Milling Through History presents The Gentle Giant. Andre the Giant is a name which has its own reputation just based off of the name itself and by getting one good look at a picture of him. However, there is much more to this rather intimidating figure than meets the eye, as he was actually considered quite gentle and very loving by friends. As such, it's worth taking a look at this individual. He was born Andrei Rene Razumov on May the 19th, 1946, and at a very early age began to show signs of giganticism, as by the age of 14 he was already 6 feet tall and could do the work of 3 men. At the age of 14 he would leave school and begin working, and as such, as he grew up, it was very soon discovered that his size would make him much more amenable into working in professional wrestling. At the age of 18, he would learn how to wrestle, and first he would go ahead and fight in France, and then eventually make his way over into Japan. When he arrived in North America, though, he became an immediate draw of crowds, as people who had always heard stories of giants never saw one, and here was a real-life giant from Europe. He was promoted as a very special attraction, not staying in many locations for very long, usually about 3 months, in order to keep his appeal and mystique alive. However, stories would emerge about Andre. Many people would hear about his exploits, the fact that he could drink down over 100 cans of beer and still not get drunk. There were those who argued that he actually had 2 rows of teeth in his mouth, and the urban legends about him resulted in many people trying to see if any of them, or maybe just one of them, could have been real. Throughout the 1970s and 80s, he was a fan favorite. However, by the mid-1980s, Andre had decided that he would go ahead and take on the role of being a bad guy, something that he himself had never really done before. At WrestleMania 3, he would fight Hulk Hogan for the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship. And it was during this time, thanks to popular myth, that Andre was picked up for the very first time and slammed to the mat, despite the fact that he was actually quite an agile individual during the 70s and was able to do many acrobatic moves in the ring. After WrestleMania 3, Andre began to take on a much lighter load as his body was becoming more deteriorated by the second, and eventually became a tag team champion. By 1991, though, his time within the wrestling ring would come to an end, namely as he could barely go ahead and sustain a long-term match. But he had actually found other venues for him to work in. Hollywood actually came calling to Andre, as he would make numerous cameo appearances on television, and he had been seen on the shows like $6 Million Man and Greatest American Hero, and even did a guest stint in the TV series Zorro. When it came to films, he would play unaccredited the role of Dagoth in Conan the Destroyer, on screen opposite Arnold Schwarzenegger, and his favorite role was that of Fezzik in The Princess Bride. He enjoyed the role because he got to be what he always was, a gentle giant, and according to friends, Andre loved the role and was so proud of it that he carried a copy of the film Princess Bride with him wherever he went so he could watch it at any time. Andre had purchased a ranch in North Carolina and customized it specifically to accommodate a large man. Unable to go out shopping like most people, he would oftentimes order directly from QVC in order to avoid crowds. When his father passed away, Andre would fly to France, and on January the 27th, 1993, would suffer a heart attack in his sleep and pass away. His body was brought back to the United States and cremated, and his ashes were spread on his ranch in North Carolina. Now be sure to click like, share, and subscribe for future episodes of Milling Through History, and leave comments below for future episode ideas, and be sure to take a look at our suggested reading page.